Guys, welcome back. Very, very early morning. Headed to Lake Grenada. Going to do a lot of lessons. We're going to have a seminar tonight. We're going to have several people at the seminar. Trying to make this a monthly thing, which is going to be an awesome deal, because what we're going to try to do is create almost like a like a round table type discussion, and really bounce ideas off of several people in the industry, and really try to help folks. And instead of being a straight up seminar, we'll be just really discussing ideas, discussing techniques, and trying to create a very strong angler database of ideas and way to set up. So some people are very, very good at the crappie fishing part of it. Some people are very good at the electronics part of it. Some people are good at both. Some people are great at the jig tying and the things like that, and adding them all together to create one amazing seminar is going to be amazing, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight at PTG Outdoors. They're having pulled pork for free as long as it lasts. You better get there early. I'm sure that it is going to be packed. We may do another giveaway with the GG, baby. We may do another giveaway. Hey, I'm going to have the hats there. I'm going to have the shirts there. If you hadn't seen the new shirts, they are rocking. So, this is a Bill Lewis shirt. I'm trying to see if I had it on. Yeah, Rattle Trap shirt. So we're going to have a lot of things going on. That's awesome. But let's talk about some stuff that happened in the industry too. Our little weekly, vlog type deal. We ought to call it a vlog, fishing log instead of a vlog, a video log. Let's call it a vlog. I don't know how well that'll fly, but who knows? But there's a few things that I've been seeing in the industry. I see, I hear about it, but I haven't seen it. The brushless Ultrexes. Ultrex has been a staple. It wasn't the first spot lock trolling motor, but it was, I guess, the first one to really take the industry by storm. It was a game changer, as they said in the commercial, right? So it's spurred the Force and the Motor Guide Tour Pro. I remember the Pinpoint back in the day. Motor Guide Tour Pro, the Lowrance Ghost, and now we have the Fortrex without with brushless, which is really, really awesome. That's going to be a cool deal. And now, as we saw on Chris Lane's boat the other day, I'm assuming that is because he is a huge power pole guy. Big time power pole guy. That was probably the new power pole trolling motor on the front of it. Crazy thing is, it looked very, very similar in how it almost looked like the old Fortrexes. The Ultrex being the spot lock and all that, but it looked like a Fortrex head, very small head up top, really cool looking. Kind of brought you back. It almost felt like it was a Fortrex. I'm sure it's got spot lock and everything else in there. I don't know how everything's going to work with that. That's going to be a pretty amazing feature there. That's going to be pretty awesome. That's awesome that the industry is, competition is going to breed a few things. It's going to breed better motors. It's going to bring better prices. When you get some things on the market, prices can't be as high. Usually they'll go down because they're trying to attract buyers and so forth and so on. So that's really amazing. But also, I want to know if anybody has got any of the brand new Garmin UHD 2s. These are the trolling mode. These are the fish finders that have the Bluetooth networking ability. I'm kind of thinking that Garmin may offer that as an update very soon. And the reason I say it is because the units all have Bluetooth capability. They all have Wi-Fi capability. I'm sure it's just a programming, something they can program that I would imagine sooner or later that you'll be able to wirelessly connect some units. Man, would that open up the possibilities for, some people, if they have the option to put two fish finders up front and wirelessly, Bluetooth network to a unit in the back, that might push people to get an extra Livescope unit or something like that. That would be really cool, because I'm running 2 now, and I don't know that I'm going to go back to the 1. I can't say that I use the split screen all the time. What I use it for is the ability to go from perspective to forward and back and forth with literally a push of the button. If I'm going down the bank, for example, and we're coming into the spawn, fish are moving in, and I'm using perspective mode to really look at those trees and look at those, areas and try to find the fish in shallower water, and then I come up on a brush pile that's out in a little bit deeper water, then I'll switch it over to forward very quickly and vice versa. So it allows me to not have to pull the trolling motor up, flip the mounts, and do all of those things. So it allows me a lot more flexibility in terms of, being able to use it a lot quicker, a lot more efficient, not having to yank the trolling motor up and down, up and down. There's a lot of good that comes from this, and with the wireless networking capabilities, you can also share the screens without having a network cable run throughout your boat. That would be pretty cool. I don't know that that's not a possibility. I bet you they can figure out a way to do it, especially on some of the GPS map units that have the faster processors and things like that. So, but come join me today, PTG Outdoors. Go to my website and check out. Also, I want to bring some stuff to you. We are working very hard on the crappie rods. They're not out yet. They will be out. I don't know a timetable on that. We will have a 5th bass rod coming soon. And if I'm not mistaken, today is the last day to enter the free rod giveaway. Go watch my video, the JB3. All you got to do is, there's a few things you got to do. We're trying to up the numbers on JB3's site, which is a company that I'm very involved with. So we're trying to up their numbers and get them large, because not only do they offer my rods, but they have a great selection of rods altogether. Just excellent selection of rods. So there's a lot of things going on that we've got there. We've got the free giveaways. Matter of fact, just mailed out the winner for the crappie. I was going to give him 20 bags, throwed in about 35. Just went ahead and doubled that up. Just sent it on out to him. So he's getting some extra crappie. He thought he was getting 20 bags. He's going to get 30, 35 of them, something like that. That's awesome. Lots of things going, and we're going to continue, with the giveaways, with all the information. Also, I've been working with something with color limit. As you know, I'm not a big fan of color limit. I never had. I thought it was going to be really something better at the beginning, and I don't think it turned out the way they thought it was. But I kept thinking to myself, I said, there's got to be a way to use it. There's got to be a way to utilize this setting to help get that clear picture we want. And as we approach the time when pollen enters the water, and that is when people struggles with the pollen into the water, I have figured out something with a few different color palettes and the color limit, and I think it's going to be something that may be, I don't know if it's a game changer because we use that word so often, but I think it's going to be something that allows you to use it in certain situations to get rid of that check out JB3 Rods. Check out, you can go to www.thegarminguru.com. You can go to jb3rods.com. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it out to everybody right here. Also, check out Rattle Trap. They are making leaps and bounds into the hard bait and really, really stepping their game up. I am so impressed with their square bills. They have 3 different kinds of square bills, which I love a variety. I love what they're doing with them. As a matter of fact, as I got a lot of the baits in from them, I went back and purchased some more on my own because I didn't know how awesome they were going to be, and I did not know that I would love them so much. They're excellent, excellent baits. I tell you what, I can't say enough about the company and how they're treating Rattle Trap, which Bill Lewis is about. Bill Lewis Lures originally about 100 miles south of my house in Alexandria, Louisiana. We call it Louisiana now here. It's Louisiana to the rest of the nation, but it's Louisiana if you live here. It's the boot. And it was a company that was old, kind of a tired company. They were working really hard, but they kind of lost their way. GSM bought them the way they bought Yamamoto and the way they got Buckeye Lures, and they're reviving those companies and putting a fresh spin on them. And I tell you what, I like the direction of them. I'm really, really happy to represent that company. And you know, Yamamoto is a company that can really, really help me in the way I fish with the moving baits, and therefore, and the things like that. And I tell you what, Buckeye Lures, they have the perfect swim bait hooks, because I like to throw swim baits, as you know, in areas that not a lot of people throw swim baits or A-rigs for that matter. And I throw it in areas that people just don't do it. And when you throw it in areas around cover, brush piles, and docks, and all those things, getting hung up is a way of life. I would say that 1 out of every 4 or 5 casts, maybe even more than that, you get hung up. And you have to learn to be patient with this technique, because it is a giant bass catcher, but it is so irritating at times because you get hung up so many times. So we're actually working to develop an A-rig. I don't know if it'll ever see the market, but I do know that we're working on an A-rig to fish in shallow water, where I've taken everything that I've ever known and everything I've learned about A-rigs, and we're creating one for shallow water. And I think that is going to be amazing. I've got some new stuff coming out. I'll have it in the next week. I'm going to show you how I'm rigging some of my A-rigs in different ways. I had started with belly hooks, rigging them weedless with belly hooks, and that was okay, and it did a pretty good job. But I have found some hooks from Buckeye Lures that I'm able to throw the A-rigs around these trees and not hardly get hung up at all. And without affecting the hookup ratio, because when you use those belly weighted hooks, as you know, when I throw a swim bait, I always put a treble hook stinger at the bottom. Well, you don't want to do that when you're throwing a belly weighted hook trying to keep it weedless. Problem is, when you're throwing just like that, there are times with an A-rig where they just don't get it right, because there's so many down there, they're just kind of swooping in, and a lot of times they don't have it. You really need that exposed hook to really get the best hookup ratio. And so we're developing something, and what I've done is a shallow water rig that's weedless and that matches the bell ringer rod, and that to create a system that catches giant bass. And I'm hoping in the spring we can really, really, really start to see this bait develop into something really awesome. Just stay tuned on that. It's coming. I'm working on it. I got some prototypes built. I'm not completely happy with them yet, but when I finish the prototype, then we're going to try our best to see if we can get that on the market. So, but hey, I got the shirts, I got the hats for sale. Just giving y'all a bunch of information today as I'm driving over to Grenada early this morning. The shirts are amazing. The hats, of course, this is like the best selling hat we got, I think, so many people have purchased this hat. I don't even know how many have sold in this hat, but we got a limited number. They're on the website right now. Free shipping. You buy it, it's a one-time deal. You free shipping. That's awesome. Shirts, free shipping also, one-time fee there. So everything is right there on the website to be able to purchase. I'm going to Grenada with them in my hand today. If they sell out, they sell out. So you better get them while you can. Don't know how many I'll have when I come home, if any. A lot of times when I go to these big seminars, I don't have, if I take shirts and hats, don't come back with them. Matter of fact, I've never sold a shirt on my website, not a single time. So this is a new shirt. I've given away a few that we got made, like as little proofs, but I've never sold one. Well, now I'm selling. I have some larges, some extra larges, and some 2XLs. Pretty cool shirts. They're in black with the white logo, which the Double G is a registered trademark now. That's right, baby. Registered trademark. Can't nobody copy it. That's right. You can try, but you can't copy it no more. I own the trademark of it. Yeah. So, but guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a part of the channel. I appreciate everything you do. All the sponsors. And let's don't forget Summit Fishing Equipment. All the sponsors that are involved are because of you guys. They came to you because you have supported this channel and responded so well to this channel. And that's a lot of what we've got, and this is why I try to give back to the channel with free baits and free giveaways and things like that, because I truly do appreciate everything I've got from you, and enjoy talking to all of you. Sometimes fishing will get you a little heated over there, and I remind everybody to be nice and be polite to people when they ask questions, because we don't want to, you know what, it's just, the world could use a whole lot more nice people. And on our page, one of the things that's attracted some of the people to our page and some of the followers is the fact that we are always nice to people. No matter how many times the question has been asked, no matter how many times they ask you to post the videos, we do it in a polite, nice way and with respect. Like some of the older people just don't get it like the younger guys do, and it's because they didn't grow up in that world. So they deserve the same right to learn and to have fun and get themselves educated with Livescope, force trolling motors, fish finders, etc. So everything looks great. I do appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna tell you something else. And it's my thing. You got to do this in one part of the video. If you haven't found Jesus yet, or if you thought about it, I'm not a preacher. I'm definitely not a preacher here. I can help you and guide you in a way. I can tell you this much: He's changed my life for the better. So if you're interested, I can put you in touch with my preacher who can help you. Or maybe he can put you in touch with a preacher in your area that can help you, find Jesus and live a good Christian lifestyle. And I really believe that's one of the biggest problems we have in this world is we've lost touch with Jesus, and we've lost touch with being a good Christian and living the Christian life. I think that's a big problem, what's going on in this world, and I think it's really affecting the world for the worst. And so I'm a Christian, and I'm not afraid to say it. And He has changed my life for the better. And if you're thinking about it, it'll be the best choice you ever make. Do it. Dive in. And go ahead. Hey, go into it. You don't have to be a preacher, but it's good to read the Bible some. You can pray every day. It'll make you feel better and make your life go better as a whole. You'll have someone to fall onto and something to fall back onto when you're having those bad days. You can just pray, talk to God, and hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with a little bit more Jesus in your life. It'll make everybody and make this world a better place. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as you know, you better ring that bell.